Get up and at 'em, it's race day. Put on your boots, have a bite. Hitch up the trailer, get on the way. Shake off the fears you had last night down at the track. The gathering, the ones who race and the ones who cheer. Pretty soon now it's happening. Get to the line, the time is near. They're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. They're running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. The rubber burning engine screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going around just one last time. And this time might be the last. Floor it now, drive fast. It's not your time, not this one. Pack it up, you're going home. But it ain't over, you're not done. Be back again and you're not alone. One can win it, the rest look on. It's not their turn, maybe someday soon. Back to bed, here comes the dawn. So you dream by light of the moon. They're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. They're running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. Rubber burning engine screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going round just one last time. And this time might be the last. Floor it now, drive fast. There goes the flag. Floor it now, drive fast. Iowa Speedway, new among the fold, a budding legend at 19 years old. The Corn 250, brand new race, comes round once a year and dominates the space. If you're seeking glory, if you want it all, you're feeling lucky, answer the call. Head down to Newton, hop in a seat, prove to the world you're the one to be. Though they're dreaming down in Iowa, visions of victory. Running around the oval, fresh tracks in history. Rubber burning engine screaming, putting it all on the line, fighting off your rivals, going around just one last time. They're flying down in Iowa, the race is on again. Gunning round the oval, pushing for the win. This could be the moment that you've been waiting for, the chance to show them all just what you've got in store. So come on now, give it the gas. Floor it now, drive fast. Floor it now, drive fast.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian-owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You experience the silence and the serenity, but then the suspense builds as you anticipate a field of 600 horsepower V8s dominating on NASCAR ovals. This is the OzOVal V8 Supercar Oval Racing Series. Are you ready?
And we are under green here at Phoenix Raceway. Oh, blown motor. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Karma being served up there, I think. Oh, they've taken each other out there across the infield. This is just tragic.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome back for round 7 of the UES Group Off-Season Slam here at Iowa Speedway. OzOVals Supercar Series brought to you by Everything Simulated, TWR Setups 131 Web Radio Network, Scotch Race Fuels, and Inside Lane Productions. Kobe Jordan in behind the cameras, and in the Everything Simulated booth with myself is James Watson. How are we going tonight, boys?
Oh, we're going good. This one's going to be an interesting one. You know, this is going to be, I think, arguably the fastest track that's on the schedule. It's going to be high speed, a lot of dirty air, and a lot of tire wear. This new updated Sienna of Iowa, it's killer on your tires. So, it's going to take the tire conservation of last week and turn it to the nth degree here.
Well, I mean, if there's plenty of pit stops and tyre changes, you can grab yourself a corn on the cob there in pit lane. That looks pretty good on the start line there, that big corn on the cob.
It sure does. So with the heat we're getting, it's going to be turned into popcorn at this rate.
Well, I was going to say it'll be cooked ready for you when you pull in. But, last week we were at Iowa, USA International Speedway. We're at Iowa this week. And James, yourself had a win there last week at USA International with Gary Wellman coming home second and Craig Roffey third. So see if we can back that one up for you this week, hopefully.
Hey. Here's open, but it's not going to be easy.
Well, things aren't meant to be easy, are they? So it'll make for a good show tonight. But championship standings currently, so coming into tonight's round 7, we got yourself, James, sitting at the top there. You got a nice little 8-point lead over Matty Ray, and Gary Wellman only 1 point behind Matty Ray there for second place as well. So the podium very close there, with Perry Anastakis further 23 points back, and then Sean Signal and your top 5, Ruben Phelps, Todd Maxfield, Jeremy Sumter, Troy Davidson, and Ryan Barber for your top 10. Looks like they're still doing a bit of construction on the track there.
Yeah, can't you tell by the fact that one part of the pavement is different color than the other pavement? Hopefully they'll get that fixed soon. It sure is an eyesore. Looking at you, NASCAR.
I did notice that, and I thought, well, that's a clear indication of what part of the track you should be running on, shouldn't it?
Allegedly.
Supposedly. Well, we've got about a minute or so of practice to go, and the keys to the race here for Iowa. So, rear tyre survival, as James mentioned, the tyres are going to get chewed out pretty bad here tonight. We'll probably see a few meatballs in the run if we don't get any cautions. But being smooth on the corner entry and letting the car roll through the corner, then you'll be looking at saving those tyres a little bit.
Key number 2, choose the lane that matches your driving style. It's well, it's not really that much of a thing here at New Iowa. I definitely say Old Iowa, but with this one, you're probably going to be kept to the bottom pretty much the entirety of it. I feel like the outside might be doable, maybe later towards the run, but it's going to be difficult. But if you can make that outside work, that's going to be huge, especially for those trying to make a pass.
And getting the flow of traffic and exit timing will win the race. So, small field tonight, so I don't know if there'll be too much traffic, but again, we'll probably have some cars on different strategies here tonight. So, make sure you're planning your runs off turns 2 and 4 and clearing traffic on the straights, not through the corners. So, just being mindful of those different strategies, different tyre wear for drivers on different pit strategies. But we are moving over to qualifying now. And I think that's Todd Maxfield coming out of pit lane there. So, one of the first out on the track.
Yeah, qualifying is going to be difficult. It's a bit tough to get the tires really kind of activated and up to temp. You really feel it kind of start to slide out on corner entry, you know, with the uneven, unbalanced pavement on top of the astronomically high track temp. It's tough.
Well, we'll see those times start coming in quick soon. So there's a 25.3 for Todd Maxfield, but we'll see what everyone else can post up in their qualifying. And we've got 110 laps here tonight at Iowa. Five sets of tyres, so I'm guessing all 5 sets are probably going to be used tonight, unless we get some long green runs, and if we get those cautions, then we might see those tyres getting used up.
Cool, I was muted and I don't know for how long. So, did you hear anything I said about getting the tires up to temp for qualifying?
I did a bit of that, but then you suddenly stopped. So maybe that's where you're muted, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's swell. So yeah, it's difficult getting the tires up to temp on these qualifying runs, you know, with the uneven pavement and the astronomically high track temp. It's not easy getting these tires to play with you and get any sort of good lap time here towards the first lap. Though few have definitely been able to get some really good lap times out there. That the times from Sumter and Wellman are heaters in this Iowa heat.
Yeah, well, I think that was a second lap there for Sumter with that time. So it looks like the second lap is a little bit quicker. And just trying to get those tyres to grip up a bit. Obviously, taking it easy that first lap and trying to wear them in a bit to go for that second lap time. Got Perry Anastakis out there at the moment, setting his times. So we'll see where his first lap comes in at. And it's going to put him into 6th with a 25.6 at the moment, just ahead of Ruben Phelps. And we'll see if we can go quicker on the second lap. Still got about a minute to go in qualifying. But we'll go to a ad break, and we will come back with our starting grid in just a moment.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like Simrigs and Track Racer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. Thanks for tuning in tonight with us for round 7 of the UES Group Off-Season Slam at Iowa Speedway. And we've got our Mike Gremlin Barber starting grid for you. So Jeremy Sumpter taking pole tonight with alongside James Watson on the front row. Gary Wellman and Parian Astakis for your second row. Matty Raymond and Todd Maxfield on your third row. Troy Davidson and Ruben Phelps on the fourth row. And Derek Jacobs and the Stig on the fifth row. No driver lining up there, the invisible car. It's a bit of a blink there for you, James. So I think you mentioned you had some connection problems. Hopefully that won't affect you too much in the race tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm praying for. The weather here in northwestern Ohio is booty cheeks. So yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
Well, we might have to nickname you Malone tonight. Because it's usually Adam Malone that's blinking out there, but not on track tonight. So we're about to go racing 110 laps here for round 7 at Iowa Speedway. Got another lap to go yet before the pace car pull in. Just on our formation lap at the moment. Drivers are gridded up. And we're losing a bit of colour out there on the track. We need more colourful cars. We're looking a bit dull. The skids are slowly dropping off there, aren't they?
I mean, hey, I got enough color for everyone.
Now, there goes the pace car, and Sumpter is taking us away. Getting a bit loose on the start there. Not sure if that was a push from Wellman or just getting a bit loose, but Wellman going to pop out to the outside line. And James getting a nice start there to get around Sumpter.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I felt a whole ton of wheel spin on that start.
Well, looks like everyone up to the high line. We've got 3 wide in the back here. Troy Davidson, Matty Raymond, and Todd Maxfield. So Matty Raymond, a bit of a Sim Boys sandwich. But, that'll break up pretty quickly there. Troy Davidson getting a run around the outside and Parian Astakis. Todd Maxfield going to follow around from that outside. Getting a bit loose coming off the corner too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how everyone deals with traffic and all the aero wash and see if anyone's going to get loose from maybe trying to push the car a bit too much, trying to induce some sort of rotation. You know, that's the weird thing about this track is it just kind of feels numb in a way. Like you don't really understand what you're feeling in the feedback of the car.
Well, I have no feelings, so I don't feel anything. But, yeah, we are 4 laps in, going up 5. James Watson leading the way over Jeremy Sumpter. And Troy Davidson has made his way up into third. So, nice little start there for Troy Davidson as well. Looks like a few other drivers maybe just settling in and going to be looking for the long run strategy. Look after those tyres a bit. We'll see how strategies are going to play out through this run. Ruben Phelps on the inside there, Matty Raymond. Can get that pass done on his teammate. And we got Sumpter for the race lead now on the inside. He's going to clear Watson.
Yeah, it was a bit of a business decision. I don't know if I can keep them behind if I push, and at this point I really don't want to push. So I just want to log laps and see what the tire wear is feeling like as we go.
Well, I would have said have you done many laps over a longer run, but by the sounds of that, maybe not.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Well, speaking of long run, what's the fuel load looking for a run tonight?
So fuel run, we can do one stop on fuel easy. So it's about 68 laps or so. It's all going to depend on tire wear.
Well, I think I saw earlier that around 60, 68 maybe was doable on a tyre run. So we'll see how that'll go in a race situation, though.
Yeah, because just because you can doesn't mean you should, because it's going to depend on how fast you're going on those older tires and comparing it to what the time difference is going to be on fresher tires if someone tries to do a two-stop.
Troy Davidson on the inside of James now. We'll let you focus on that one. So he's going to clear you there. Todd Maxfield looking like he's going to make a run, but not quite able to. So Troy Davidson moves up into second place.
Yeah, Troy and Todd are some of the fastest on the track right now. Made up a few spots from the initial start, but you do get a little bit worried for them and go is like, are they pushing a bit too hard, too early? What's their pace going to look like here in another 15, 20 laps?
Well, we know they're pretty capable drivers, and they do have a lot of pace. But yeah, the looming question of the tyres. How long are they going to survive for?
Yeah, with this cheese grater like surface, it feels like.
Well, at the moment, looks like Sumter and Davidson are starting to stretch out a little bit there from Todd Maxfield and yourself, James. So they're obviously still wanting to push pretty hard in the early race here. Maybe try and make up some ground and look at a two-stopper, perhaps, and just run the pace of the race and try and set that. Right, 15 laps in so far, and green flag all the way. We won't curse that one just yet. We'll touch the desk.
Yeah.
Everyone tuning in tonight, we we didn't do our picks yet, have we? So everyone tuning in tonight, put your picks in the chat. We'll bring up ours quickly. And we'll kick that one off with Kobe.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, viewers. This week I've gone with none other than the man in the booth himself, James Watson. I kind of made this decision before he told me he was sucking out loud tonight, so we'll see how it turns out.
Jeez. Well, keep it down, James. You're sucking too loud, apparently. But did not expect that one. Yeah, well, we're doing all right there so far, but just back and forth at a front row start as well, qualified second. So we, as we said, got a long way to go. The tyre strategy. So we'll see how James can finish up there for you, Cobes. But James, who's your pick for this evening?
I went with Perry. You know, Perry's been fast all season long. Plus, he said he made a full fuel run in practice and had fairly decent tire wear. Unfortunately, 40% is decent tire wear with what we're dealing with. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see Perry make it work on the rubber.
Well, sounds like Perry's put in a bit of work for tonight's race, so we'll see how that one will pay off. Just currently running towards the back at the moment, but again, that could be the strategy at the moment. So we'll see how that plays out. And yeah, Perry had a couple of third place finishes in the recent races as well. So had some good results recently, so pretty good pick there. And myself, we jumped on the Gary Wellman train once more. So I thought that with this track and the tyre wear, I thought he'll probably pull one out of the bag and have a pretty good smooth run. The pace and the flow of needed for this track and looking after those tyres. So I thought maybe Wellman can do that job tonight. So he's sitting back at 6 at the moment. We'll see how our picks go later in the race.
So far, Troy continues to hound Sumter. He is all over the back of that 52 car.
Yeah, only a 10th second there between them, so he's definitely trying to put the pressure on him and maybe trying to keep that pace going, let Sumter use his gear and just keep right on the back of him. So good to see Troy Davidson having a good, strong race tonight. Been a little bit between results for Troy.
And, you know, this is the one of the biggest questions we always have as the broadcasters is first and second so close because first is taking it easy and for second is pushing like heck, or is it because second is cruising and first is pushing like heck trying to keep him behind?
The mystery remains. I'm not answering that one. The mystery will remain. Maybe we need to talk to them after the race, but if they're on the podium, we might be doing that. So our first retiree of this evening, Derek Jacobs. So he's parked that car for the night. Mm. 26 laps in to 110, so we might go to a quick air break and we'll come back. Hopefully we might start seeing some pit stops maybe in the next 20-30 laps as well, so we'll see how that goes. But, quick air break and we'll be right back.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1300 122 598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and thanks again for tuning in tonight for the round 7 of the UES Group off-season slam here at Iowa Speedway, the OzOVals V8 Supercar Series. And while we're under ad break, Phelpsy's moved his way up to the top 3. So he's decided it's go time. He's made his way through on the chase on Davidson now. So we'll see if Phelpsy can chase down Troy. And,
yeah, business is starting to pick up here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh no, that's one I have not seen before.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Well, race control has parked James Watson. That is very unfortunate.
You've gotta be kidding me. That is unbelievable.
Hopefully they'll let you get back out on track again so you can turn some laps, but it's yeah, bit heartbreaking there for you, James.
Yeah, it looked like I was probably gonna get a podium here.
Well, the race goes on. Troy Davidson just dropping off the back of Sumter a little bit now. And a bit of a gap emerging there. Half a second between them. And Phelpsy still on the catch-up. Todd Maxfield, the first one with a meatball. So lap 36 into 110. So we could definitely see a 2, maybe even a 3 stopper with tyre wear here.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a 2-stop would probably work here. So I don't think Todd's strategy is all that bad here.
Well, it looks like the flag's cleared for you, James, so you might be able to get back out there now. The connection's right.
Yeah.
And there we go. James Watson released from pit lane by race control.
Yeah,
Losing 5 laps there, James. But did that give you a new set of tyres too? Did you take your pit stop while you were there?
Yeah, I think so at any rate.
Well, they are 8 points down, James. So the small field shouldn't be losing too many points tonight. So I think you probably still have a good showing on holding that lead.
I doubt it.
Yeah, never say never. We've still got another round to go. Phelps now moving up to second. Troy Davidson dropping back, and Wellman looking to pounce as well on his teammate.
Yeah, looks like Gary was heavily focused on the tire save. He's really making moves now. Is he able to get by Troy? Troy going way high up into the older asphalt that somehow has even less grip than this does.
Yeah, I did see that earlier in practice, that if you just sort of got off that smooth sort of concrete resurfaced track and up on the older stuff, that yeah, you could end up in the wall pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
But, Sumter's looking pretty strong out there at the moment. There's no signs of slowing down there. But, Phelps, he's still trying to chase him down, so almost a second gap there between them. And Troy Davidson dropped back to 6th now, so probably see a meatball on that car soon, I reckon. Now 45 laps into 100, so we've already had our first meatball, and it was only 36 laps into this race. The rest of the boys doing a pretty good job out there to keep those tyres going. And looks like Phelps is slowing down a bit now on that charge. Wellman coming through on Phelps. And Wellman moving up into second.
Yeah, Gary's probably going to have the lead here probably within the next 5 or 6 laps.
Well, just watching the time there back to Parry and Astakis as well. So see if he can catch on to Phelpsy and move himself up into the podium. Not too far away from the halfway mark. And then I reckon we'll probably start seeing a few more pit stops as well. Maybe running the halfway or just over the halfway before we'll get everyone start to pit.
Yeah, I feel like we might see more people kind of looking to actually pull the one stop here. I feel like prime 2 stop would have been around lap 38, lap 40. You know, kind of break it in up into even thirds, try to maximize your speed and time on the tires. But with everyone already almost at lap 50, we're only a handful of laps away from being able to make it to that one stop threshold.
Just looking at some previous times there. So Sumter and Wellman pretty close to each other in the 26s before we drop right off to the 28s there. Perry and Starga still running a 26, so he's catching up to Phelps there. He's not far off the bumper. So he's running similar pace there to the front runners as well. So definitely got got that tyre wear under control. And Phelps going right up to the wall, giving that one a scrape. That's going to give Parry the room to pass.
Yeah, I think Rubes is really starting to struggle here on those tires. He's definitely hit that cliff. Yep, and there it is.
Rubes got a meatball, and Matty Ray got a meatball too. So both SRM cars same time. So consistent there from the team. So not quite halfway mark there for those boys. So you're going to have to do a little bit more tyre save if they want to get that one stopper. Just need to squeeze out another couple of laps. But, Wellman slowly taking a bit of a chunky out of Sumter as well. Shaved about a tenth or two in the last couple of laps. So he's definitely coming for that race lead at the moment. And James and Paranastagas with meatballs now. So don't know if that actually did do a tyre change on you when you're in pit lane there.
Yeah, I don't think it did, which I don't understand, because if you drop out of the session after re-log in, you automatically take the pit option. So I never turned them off, so I don't know why it wouldn't.
That's just
for the course then. Yeah, when it rains, it pours, or I suppose in my case, when it snows, it pours, I guess.
Well, Wellman's got a meatball as well. So Gary Wellman through pit lane. And the only one that hasn't pitted is our race leader. So Jeremy Sumter doing an amazing job looking after those tyres.
Yeah, so now that puts some of those that are in that in-between state in kind of a precarious position. You know, Gary, he's lost that time. Oh no!
Sumter making that choice to pit, and he couldn't pull the car up to get into pit lane. Just wouldn't turn in for him. So back on the track, and gonna have to go around another lap. So that's gonna lose a chunk of time from that mistake. And this time around, he's going to get that car into pit lane. So with that, looking after those tyres, well, he might be able to push this next in a little bit harder, only 50 laps, so might be able to make back a little bit of that time. Hopefully it won't be too costly.
Yeah, I think him and Gary are both in a bad spot, because they've lost so much time to those that pitted early, but they're not going to have the advantage of being able to not have to come down again. They're going to have to come down again, because you know, if they couldn't make 50 laps, then they're likely not going to make 60 laps. So now they have to figure out when to pit, on the back foot of having to regain all that time lost from from everyone else.
Well, I'm pretty sure they can both still pull out a one stop here, but
They can make it on fuel, but if they got meatballs at
well, something
I
come in at 60, so he's pretty good.
I just reminded myself that the lap count I've been looking at is not completely accurate.
Don't look at your lap count. Well, Troy Davidson, the current race leader of this race, but most likely everyone, I'd say, besides Sumter, Wellman, and maybe Perry, probably able to get away with not needing to pit again. So the rest of the field will have to take another pit stop. It's just a matter of when. So Troy Davidson, Todd Maxfield got a nice little gap there over Phelpsy at the moment, 7 seconds. And I think that's Sarah that's giving a shout out to the fellow US drivers for a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Sarah.
Well, a bit costly there. So Wellman 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds in front of Sumter now. So it's almost put him back in the grips of Parry and Starkis as well. Only about a half-second gap there between them.
Yeah, obviously Gary is going to be in a much better position with Jeremy having his issues, but it remains to be seen how it's going to work out compared to everyone else, because I think I can say with at least some certainty that Gary did not make halfway, even with my the incorrect data I was giving myself. So he was close, but he's still going to have to work a little harder to get those last few laps to finish on one stop. And so the question then becomes, how much faster is Todd and Troy, etc., and Ruben, etc., going to be on their second set of tires? Are they going to be able to make up that pit stop gap? And I feel like with the tire wear, even just trying to putt around, it's going to be fairly significant. So it's going to be a tough ask for Gary to be able to stretch the tires long enough and keep at a fast enough pace to keep those on the much fresher rubber behind.
Well, this went back a little bit, and Perry Nastakis was in pit road lap 56, so just over, well, coming on to that 56 lap, so just squeezed the halfway mark, and Wellman on 57, so they're pretty much borderline of if they push too hard in this stint, they're probably not going to make that finish, but if they can keep that steady rhythm and the flow going, then they're looking good for making that a one-stopper.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like we were talking about earlier, Perry knows what these tires are going to do on these longer runs and knows how to get them stretched out. You know, with how quickly we've been getting these meatballs, keeping 40% on the right front after a full race run, that's a lot. That is an unbelievable amount.
Oh, well, we got the inside goss there, didn't we, James? So
We sure did.
Todd Maxfield pitting lap 80. So he's looking to pull the plug again on a second stop. And Sumter all over the back of Wellman now.
I just saw that. That is interesting. So far, that pit entry mistake is meaning Bupkis here as Jeremy's about to try to pass him back. You know, he is on a few lap pressure tires, and that does make a huge difference here.
Well, that's what I sort of thought earlier. As I said, maybe he had that pretty good run on making those tyres last to lap 60. So he can probably push that little bit harder this stint with 10 less laps required.
There he is. He's looking to the outside. Ooh, he almost got the position.
Well, Wellman's not going to give it up easy. He's going to make something to work for it. And he can't get trapped into that little false sense of security of running too hard, because he'll burn up those extra laps that he's got, and then that'll force Wellman to need another pit stop.
Yeah, and you can say that to both of them. They both really can't afford to battle each other all that hard. And Sumter just about has them clear. He's got them cleared now. Yeah. So right now it's getting just about that time for those on the two stop. You're already starting to see the pace differences show up here again.
Yeah, Maxfield just dropped right off the back of Troy Davidson now, so almost 3-second gap there. And Phelpsy trying to catch up to Maxfield. About just over one and a bit seconds back from Maxfield to Phelps. And then the longer runners there, Sumter, Wellman, and Aristarchus.
It looks like Todd's bringing it in.
Yeah, that's the lap 80 mark that he did call that, and just pulled that up before pit entry there. So those tyres really hurting trying to turn that car in for pit entry. He almost made the same mistake Sumter did.
And once again, my faulty lap counter threw me off. I'm like, wow, he's pitting a lot earlier than he said. Oh, wait.
And Troy Davidson coming down now as well. So it's going to be interesting to watch these boys, see how hard they're going to go at it, and see if they can destroy that set of tyres and try and catch back up to our top three. So there comes Troy Davidson, and Phelps just come past him. So a little bit just over a lap, but he's going to have those fresh tyres. And just under 30 laps. So See if they can pull that back. A second a lap extra if they can pull them out, and it's quite possible they can pull that time back. All right, there goes Troy Davidson getting his lap back.
Yep, already putting those tires to good use.
Well, that lap a second faster than Phelps, and he's probably going to go maybe 2 seconds faster this lap. Back to Sumter. So he's on the border of running 27 second lap time. So again, probably about a 2 or 3 second difference there on the fresh tires.
So now the question is, when does Rubes decide to go in? I'm surprised he stayed out this long.
Well, the longer he leaves it, the harder it's going to be to get those laps back. He's already run 35 on that set along with Matty Ray. So, and they pitted at the same time, both with meatballs. So,
yeah, and you're absolutely not going to be able to stretch those all that time. And in fact, I'm not even entirely sure he could stretch the fuel. So, yeah, curious call to say the least.
yeah, well, that lap 80 window is looking pretty good at the moment, especially for Troy Davidson. So Todd Maxfield not quite able to keep that pace going, and a lap down still. So looking very promising there for Troy Davidson at the moment.
Yeah, so far, two-stop strategy seems to be the way to go.
Well, he's only 6 seconds to the back of Perry and Astakis, so he's flying at the moment. And that'll move him up into fourth. So yeah, still running a second faster than Perry in front. So he's definitely on the charge, wanting to close that gap. Only 30 laps, so you can definitely burn off those tyres.
And just also trying to keep an eye on our two one-stoppers here in Sumter and Wellman and how they're faring right now.
Sumter 6 or 6.5 seconds back to from Phelps, and Wellman 10 seconds back. So Wellman definitely dropped off the pace of Sumter. Try and look after those tyres so he can make it to the checkered flag. So at the moment, your current podium towards the end of this race, you're probably looking at Sumter, Wellman, and Anastakis, but you got the dark horse to Troy Davidson coming there. He's about to knock on Ariana Starks' door soon, so he wants a podium. Matty Raymond struggling there to stay on the lead lap. He's about to go down a lap to his teammate Phelps. So it's probably working out pretty well for you there, James, that Matty Raymond's only one spot in front of you. So not going to lose too many points to Matty Ray, but Wellman's probably going to jump Matty Ray, I'd say, in the championship from this race, and be pretty close.
Yep. Yep.
So it'll all come down to the final race. We like a close championship. Now, 98 of 110. We'll go to a quick ad break and we'll come back with the remainder of this race.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in tonight for round 7 of the UES Group Off-Season Slam here at Iowa Speedway for the OzOVals Supercar Series. And we have just a handful of laps to go. 104 laps, 110 here tonight. And Phelps is still hanging on out there. I'm surprised Ruben Phelps hasn't pitted yet.
I mean, shoot, at the rate he's going, like, Sumter isn't catching him all that quickly. Like, there's, like, we only got, like, what, 6 laps to go? Like, he might be able to pull this off. If he does, this might be the best drive from Ruben I've ever seen.
Well, he had meatballs there with Matty Ray, and he's already put his teammate down a lap. So he's definitely having a good recovery drive from that first stint. And He's obviously worked out those tyres pretty well over this second run to make them last. And
Oh, Sumter in the wall!
ooh, let's go to a 131 Retro Radio replay. Have a look at what happened to Jeremy Sumter.
He just snapped on him exit 2.
Made the move on James Watson, giving him plenty of room there on the pass. And just, coming off that resurfaced track and got a bit of a wiggle and ripped the front bumper right off it.
Yeah, Gary's coming, but it's hard to say if he's going to be able to get there in time, as we're 2 laps to go right now.
Well, it's taking a little bit of pressure off of Phelps as well. He can almost go into a bit more of a cruise mode, as he's extended that time back out a little bit. So, 2 to go. Here comes Wellman. He's definitely got the pace. He's only got 1 lap to do it though. Phelps taking the white flag. And Wellman to the inside. He's going to clear Sumter. And checkered flag. What a drive from Phelps there.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, good drive there from Phelps. Definitely worked out those tyres a second stint after having the meatball and come away with a win. So Phelps is going to be pretty happy with that one here at Iowa. Didn't probably see that one coming. Thought we might have needed another pit stop there.
Yeah, ultimately the 2-stop strategy did not work.
Well, Troy Davidson, not quite able to get back there. Pushed pretty hard and come back with a top 5, but not quite able to shut down the front guys. So. Sounds very excited and happy with that win. But we'll get our drivers up in the booth, in the Everything Simulator booth, and we'll have a chat with them. So we'll be back in just a moment. We'll have our unofficial results and our podium. So stay tuned.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uests.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone, and once again, thanks for tuning in tonight for round 7 of the UES Group Off-Season Slam here at Iowa Speedway, and we have our unofficial results there with Ruben Phelps taking the win at Iowa for SRM, and then Gary Wellman coming home in second for the Sim Boys, and Jeremy Sumter in third. Parian Stark is fourth, Troy Davidson fifth, Todd Maxfield sixth, Matty Ray in seventh, James Watson eighth, and Derek Jacobs in ninth. So we'll get our drivers up into the booth, and we'll let James take it away.
Sir Gary, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, James, how are you, mate?
Hanging in there. Things really worked out for you tonight in the points battle. You were able to have a really strong second place and made a heap load of points on the your rivals for the title.
Yeah, that's it. Fell under me lap okay there. It's yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I didn't know how that would work out tonight. Bit of a gamble on that strategy. I popped the tyre just on halfway, so I figured I could probably get the second half done, and I finished that with like 42%, I think. So yeah, I did it. I probably could have pushed harder knowing that, but anyway, that's all right. I'll take second. I don't know how Ruben did it. He went really good. He don't know what he did on that second stint, but he smoked us.
Yeah, it was incredible. How much were you going back and forth as far as strategy calls? Because this was one of those races where, you know, you weren't quite sure if the two-stop was going to be the way to go or just stick with the one-stop.
Yeah, I said to the boys at the start, it's one of these races, I think you just got to commit to your strategy from the start and know what you're going to do. And I knew I could probably get to halfway, but, you know, that's why I sort of backed off a bit at the start just to conserve a little bit, and I figured I could get to halfway because that's one stop's probably going to be the better strategy. But yeah, like those couple of guys, Troy and Toddy and that were on a two-stopper, they definitely were coming, so it was a bit of a toss of the coin strategy tonight. I think you just had to sort of commit to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now as we head into the finale of Bristol, what are your thoughts going into the final race?
Yeah, I'm keen for Bristol. I don't know if we've ever raced these things on Bristol. We might have done these on Bristol Dirt once or something, but anyway, that should be a good track if we can get a setup for it, which is pretty wild Bristol, isn't it? So yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was another great run for you. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, mate, just the Sim Boys, Hot Toddies, heating installs, UES electrical, yeah, just all the series again for putting it all on, and you guys for broadcasting, and congrats on Ruben for the win. And hey, lucky for you, James. I don't know what happened there. Had connection issues or something by the look of it, but yeah, a bit of a bug of that.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, Gary, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, should be a good shootout at Bristol, so looking forward to that one. Yeah, cheers.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, do we drop it now and we say it's Bristol Dirt? But probably wouldn't happen. I'd like to see that, but couldn't do that on the next race to the championship. But the man of the moment now, the winner for round 7 of Iowa Speedway, Ruben Phelps. How are you going, Ruben?
Yeah, not too bad. Just cruising around on a racetrack.
Cruising? Well, you definitely pulled something out of the bag that second stint. What's your secret on that one?
I have no idea. 1 minute I was blowing tyres, then I was driving half speed and nobody was catching me.
Well, we saw you and Matty Ray had a meatball the same lap, same time pretty much, so you're both having a pretty even, consistent run there, and then that second run you just found your second wind and you were off, and thought you might have needed a second stop, but somehow, some way you managed to make those tyres last and come home with a win.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I was sort of cruising up there, but I guess I wasn't cruising if the tyres fell off it, but I was just taking my time, and then suddenly I got to second place, and then it just fell off, out of nowhere, and then I think it was 3 laps later, I think Matty Ray then blew a tyre, then I blew a tyre, so we both came in, and apparently I had a really quick stop, and then I think Jeremy and something must have happened to Gary, because I don't actually know, but anyway, I was in the lead once Troy and that, because they were on the 2-stop strategy, but obviously you had to sort of manage the pace for the front tyre, but clearly my pace must have been reasonable for it to last, but I was at literally 0% as I passed the lines. The last 2 laps I couldn't turn the damn thing.
Pretty close to a meatball in those last couple of laps then, so just made them last, and they got the job done anyway, so congrats on taking home a win tonight, and we'll let you have a shout out to any sponsors.
Of course, you guys for winning the broadcast on, of course James with TWRS setups, of course SRM Australia with Matty Ray, of course TWRS again for sponsoring our cars, Scotch's Race Fuel, Cut 6 Sticker Co, Moondog, and our 2 charities of Test Australia and Australia Alopecia.
Alrighty, shout out to all those sponsors and charities there, and once again, well done, Ruben Phelps, your winner for round 7 here at Iowa Speedway.
Thank you.
Well, that's another week done, and the championship's getting towards the close, so almost wrapped up on the championship as well, and a little bit unfortunate there for yourself, James, tonight, but we'll be looking forward to a good strong battle next week for the championship.
Absolutely, it's gonna be a heck of a fight, and I have absolutely no idea how it's gonna end up and which one of us is going to be taking it.
Well, everyone's going to have to bring their A game next week if they want to win that championship. And the final race, there it is. So next week, December 7th, Bristol Motor Speedway. And that's going to decide our off-season slam championship winner. So things are going to be very close there at the championship end. And
we're only a few weeks away from the BMG 600 at Talladega. 600 miles, the Burling Motor Group at the biggest track in NASCAR. It's going to be one heck of a show.
Yeah, definitely. And noticed a couple of new names popping up as well. So if everyone tuning in is interested to run that one, jump in the Discord, jump in the league, and you could be taking home a nice little cash prize there as well. So that is the following week, the 14th December. So yeah, jump on that one and come racing with us. But, that's another week done and round 7 done for Iowa Speedway, and one race to go for our championship. So shout out to our sponsors once more: UES Group, United Electrical and Essential Solutions, Everything Simulated, TWR Setups, and they had the code there on screen just a few minutes ago. What's been 39? There you go, for a 10% discount at checkout for TWR Setups. 131 Web Radio Network, Scotcher Race Fuels, and Inside Lane Productions for putting it on once more for everyone to view at home, and all the drivers on track as well. So Kobe Jordan in behind the cameras, and James Watson and myself, Paul Jackson, in the booth, the Everything Simulator booth, and we'll wish everyone a good week and catch you all next week for the championship decider at Bristol. So tune into that one next week.
You experience the silence and the serenity, but then the suspense builds as you anticipate a field of 600 horsepower V8s dominating on NASCAR ovals. This is the OzOVals V8 Supercar Oval Racing Series. Are you ready?
And we are under green here at Phoenix Raceway. Oh, blown motor. Stick a fork in him, he's done. Karma being served up there, I think. Oh, they've taken each other out there across the infield. This is tragic.